جملة ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة. هل أنت مع هاي؟
نعم.
Yes, I am with this and I agree with this.
Okay, so what is that power or that force that you need to do? What is it?
طيب إيش القوة اللي لازم تستخدمها عشان تسترد اللي أخذ منك؟
هو فعليا ما في بإيدنا إشي.
Realistically, we don't have
لا
anything
في إيدنا سلاح ولا
in our hands. We don't have any weapons.
لا بإيدنا لا سلاح لا في
We don't
رئيس
have any weapons.
يوقف
We
معنا
don't have a president who
يجيب
will
لنا
stand with
حقنا.
us to get our rights.
يعني فعليا ما بناخذ حقنا إلا
So
بالحجر.
realistically, actually, we don't regain our rights unless it's with the rock or the stone.
Okay. If you had guns and what did he use?
Weapons.
Weapons. Sorry. If he had weapons, would he do it?
طب لو
Not him.
كان
Just in
طب
general.
لو كان في ايد الشعب الفلسطيني سلاح، مش انت بشكل عام، لو كان معنا سلاح، هل لازم نستخدم السلاح عشان نسترد ما ياخذ منا بالقوة؟
هم فعليا بيستخدموا بالسلاح علينا، بيستخدموا بينا بالسلاح. هم فعليا
هم
الإسرائيليين بيستخدموا علينا بالسلاح، واحنا فعليا بالوقت الحالي ما في عندنا سلاح.
Right now, the Israelis are the ones who use weapons, and us Palestinians, we don't have any weapons.
So he's not going to answer that, obviously.
بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة. هل بتآمن فيها؟ هل هي صحيحة بالنسبة لك؟
ما أخذ بالقوة
لا يسترد.
ما أخذ بالقوة يسترد بالقوة. مش عارف والله، مش عارف هذا السؤال كيف بدي أجاوب عليه. طبعا أكيد
Of course, yes.
يا طبعا.
Okay, so that means the only way to find peace here is to use force? Is that what it means?
هل هي معناها إنه الطريقة الوحيدة اللي يصير فيه هون سلام هي بالقوة؟ هي باستخدام القوة عشان يصير عندنا سلام هون في المنطقة لازم نستخدم القوة؟
طبعا في عدة طرق.
There are many ways.
في عدة طرق بس أكيد لازم يكون في قوة.
But of course there has to be force.
Okay, what is force? Ask him to give an example of force.
أعطيني مثال عن القوة. القوة also means strength.
كيف يعني
مثال يعني إذا بدنا نعمل سلام وبدنا نستخدم القوة. He's asking for example. I said if we want peace and we're going to use strength or force. What we use.
Well, in terms of the phrase, meaning in that phrase.
زي هاي الجملة، زي هاي المقولة ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة. ايش في قوة ممكن نستخدمها عشان نسترد اللي
كيف يا ابو حسن شو قوة فكرك اللي لازم نستخدمها عشان نرد الحق او يصير في سلام او يصير في هذا السؤال والله مش عارف كيف بدي اجاوبك عليه.
I have no idea how to answer you.
Do you agree with what I'm going to say? What was taken by force can only be returned by force.
أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة هاي عبارتنا.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, why?
So what do you mean you're not sure? Like you think?
Not everything with power gonna works.
Okay. And when you hear that, do you think you need to do operations against Israel? What does that mean?
No, not at all. Because not
So who's the force?
force.
Yeah, who's giving the force?
Big head.
Someone high up?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Different mind depends the people who with who you are
Speaking with.
exactly. Different minds between people. Different mind.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
For not all people they will think like this way. Everything with the force. Maybe you can speak if there's a solution way.
Okay.
شو رأيك في عبارة ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة؟
مظبوطة.
It's true.
كتير يعني أي إشي أخذ إشي بالقوة.
Anything that was taken by force
ما برجع إلا بالقوة.
will not be regained or will not return unless force was used to bring it back.
Okay. So
إذا تساهلنا في الموضوع مش راح نرجع ناخده.
Because if we just let things go as they were, or if we took things easily and let them slide, we will not regain our rights.
okay. So in this case, she means that Palestinians need to use force against Israel. And by force, what does she mean?
Okay, معناها أنت عم تحكي إنه الفلسطينيين لازم يستخدموا القوة ضد إسرائيل عشان يسترجعوا اللي اتاخذ منهم.
مظبوط لأنه حقنا
Yes,
مش
correct.
يعني ما برجع إلا لما ندافع
Because
عنه.
our right will not be regained unless we defend it.
So give me some examples of what is force for her.
أعطيني أمثلة عن القوة مثلا. لما بنستخدم قوة إيش ممكن نستخدم؟
احنا مثلا يعني لما يروح الشباب يعملوا مواجهات مع اليهود بيكونوا حاملين
When
سلاح.
the young men go
احنا بندافع على
and
حقنا بالحجار.
when the young men go and they have clashes with the Israeli soldiers and the soldiers have their weapons, we or the Palestinian youth are defending their right.
Like meaning when they're throwing stones
لما
or
يرموا حجار.
وفي كمان هاي المقلعة إذا بتعرفوا.
And also
يعني أشياء
slingshots.
بسيطة.
slingshot.
Yep.
أشياء بسيطة بالمقابل في أسلحة.
We use simple things, but on the other hand, the Israelis are using weapons.
Okay. What about the use of armed resistance, like
طيب.
bombing buses
وشو
and
رأيك مثلا
stabbings?
باستخدام المقاومة المسلحة زي مثلا تفجير باصات أو مثلا عمليات الطعن؟ شو رأيك
شوفي
فيها؟
بهاي الموضوع يعني هم الله يرحمهم الشهداء ويعني
When it comes to this subject, may God have mercy on the souls of the martyrs.
كل واحد فكر إنه يدافع عن بلده بس أنا
And
بعتبر هاي
each
الشغلة
person wants
مش من
to
طبيعتنا.
or was thinking of defending their own land. But I believe that this is not our nature.
ونقدر نقاوم بأشياء تانية.
And we can resist using other ways.
ممكن يعني بالتعليم.
With education.
إنه نعمل حملات توعية.
We can have awareness campaigns.
صح شهدائنا يعني راحوا.
It's true that our martyrs are now
وتركوا
gone
وراهم.
and left their
عشان
families
يفكروا فينا
behind
أكيد.
because they were thinking
بس
of us
برضو هاي طريقة
Palestinians.
غلط.
But this is, I don't think this is the right way. This is the wrong way.
لأنه يعني اليهود ذبحت واحد منهم طيب شو بدي أفرق ما
If you
بفرق
kill one Israeli,
بروح شبابنا.
what's that gonna do? Our youth is dying. We are losing our youth.
So, what was taken by force can only be returned by force. What do you say?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay, when no and when yes?
Because you know it's like sometimes it have to be like by force. Because like you can't do it by just saying to things and say just
Like through negotiations
yes
or something?
It's not like
Give me a situation where you think you have to use force.
like when you already like all the Palestinian people have been killed. Nobody like
Well,
just
nobody will be
care.
left to use force.
Nobody will be nobody's caring. Because you know, like every day you wake up in the morning and you see somebody's killed every day. So it was like now it's like a routine for us.
Okay.
To hear about that. So I guess we need sometimes to have a force to fight against the Israelis, so we can live a life. Because we can show them like if you kill one of us, we can kill one of you. So yeah.
But wait, there's illogic. There's something in logic here. Maybe the people who got killed were doing it because they were using force. So if you don't use force, and maybe you'll get what you want.
You know, yesterday I was in Nablus. Okay, I went lately at the night. Okay. When I went lately, my relative not allowed me to go home to Ramallah because it was 2 a.m. What they say? They say because if you can just go cross the border, the checkpoint, okay, then maybe the soldiers will be just stopping you and throw something next to you and just kill you.
Okay, so you say that all these people who were killed because they had a knife, it was the soldiers who planted the knife.
Yeah, lots of people have been killed like just for like that.
You don't think that they were going to do resistance? You don't think that's what they were doing?
Sorry, but it's our land. We have to resist.
No. Well, wait a second. But wait, so they were resisting. Yes.
Yes, some of them. Yes.
Okay. So the soldier didn't throw a knife.
Yeah,
they were resisting.
Throwing a stone. It's not like throwing a bullet.
I'm going back to knives. We can get to stones in a minute.
No, I'm
the knife.
Just telling you.
You're saying that the soldiers throw knives next to them.
Lots of accidents that they have been throwing.
But you also said they're using resistance by having a knife. You said both.
Both of them, yes. But sometimes like yes, but it's like few people. If you like watch lots of videos, there's like small people who just like having a fruit knife. What's gonna do with a fruit knife? You know, if you can,
yeah, like a small, a butter knife, what we would call.
Yeah, butter knife. So that's not gonna kill anyone.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not
unlikely.
It's not like you have to kill him because you have that small knife.
Okay.
Right? You can just take the knife from him by anything. Right?
Do you agree with the statement, what was taken by force can only be returned by force?
شو رأيك
إنه بمقولة أوكي تمام بتخيل هاي المقولة بتمشي ببعض الأحيان.
I believe that this phrase is correcting sometimes.
مثلا احنا هون بفلسطين عم نعيش وضع سياسي عم نصارع لحتى
Here in
نبقى.
Palestine, we are living in a political situation where we are struggling to survive.
فهاي المقولة احنا بنقدر نطبقها لأنه
So we can apply this phrase.
بنقطة معينة احنا اتاخذت منا أرضنا بالقوة
Because at some point our land was taken by force.
وبدون أي يعني بدون أي استفسار أو حتى بدون أي طلب وكان الإشي بشكل جدي. فإحنا بالمقابل لازم.
So on our side.
أوكي أنا مش قادرة أركز. أوكي. فإحنا بالمقابل يعني بنطبق هاي المقولة مش من أي سبب ولا لأي سبب ولكن إنه إحنا عنا أرض عنا حق فإحنا لازم نسترجعه بأي وسيلة كانت وممكن تكون القوة هي النتيجة.
So we are not applying the statement per se and only the statement, but we have to regain our lands, and even if it's by force.
And by lands, she means what is today Israel?
أرضنا هي
The lands of 48?
بالضبط هي يعني هي الأرض الفلسطينية التاريخية.
Yes, exactly.
سواء
historical
قبل ما تكون أرض 48 زي ما بسموها حاليا. يعني هي الأرض الفلسطينية داخل المحتل الأراضي المستوطنات كلها بشكل عام.
It's the lands that are on the inside, which is the 1948, and it's also the settlement lands.
Okay. So what does it mean? What would she say is taking by force? Give me an example of something she thinks should happen.
اوكي تمام. في لحظه من اللحظات الجيش الاحتلال بشكل عام بيمارس قوته علينا القوه اللي هي رصاص مقابل حجر فاحنا
Israeli occupation forces would shoot us with bullets when we throw at them stones or rocks.
فاحنا بالمقابل
she says okay sorry.
فاحنا بالمقابل هاي قوتنا اللي بحكي عنها ممكن هي القوة مش تكون مسلحة ولكن هي تبرر الوسيلة اللي احنا بدنا نوصلها تبرر الغاية عفوا اللي بدنا نوصلها اللي هي تحرير الأرض الفلسطينية.
Towards our goal, our end goal, which is to liberate our lands.
Okay, so by throwing stones, you're trying to liberate your lands, and that's what you mean by force.
أنا مش عم بحكي بشكل خاص إنه الحجارة أو ما بحكي بشكل خاص أنا بحكي عن تحرير الأرض واسترجاعها فبأي وسيلة كانت المهم ترجع الأرض اللي اتاخذت منا بلحظة من اللحظات بالقوة.
Regain the lands that were taken from us at some point that were taken by force also.
And could that be done in any way? Is it okay to like blow up buses?
هل برأيك إنه مسموح أي طريقة بدنا إياها نستخدمها زي مثلا تفجير الباصات عشان نسترجع أراضينا؟ هاي الطريقة؟
هلا أنا ما بفضل أجاوب على هيك نوع من الأسئلة لأن خلفيتي مش كتير كبيرة عليها ولكن يعني ممكن أحكي إحنا ما بنبرر الإرهاب بأي وسيلة ولكن إحنا الطريقة اللي إحنا بنستخدمها هي مش إرهاب أبدا هي نوع من أنواع ممارسة حريتنا اللي إحنا لازم نحصل عليها في لحظة معينة من اللحظات.
هل بتآمن بهاي المقولة ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترجع إلا بالقوة؟
القوة ضرورة في كل مراحل التاريخ.
Force is important in almost all phases.
Okay. وإذا كان هناك حق أيضا بدون قوة فهو ضعيف.
And if there was a right without force, then it would be a weak right.
What does he mean? I don't understand that. What do you mean by a right without force?
قصدك بحق؟
أي حق إن لم تكن هناك قوة تحميه فهو سيضيع أيضا.
Any right that is not protected by a force or by a power will not be protected. It would be weak.
Okay.
وكل على مدار التاريخ من الأمم القديمة إلى يومنا هذا القوة هي السبب في أو حب التسلط أيضا عند الآخر سبب في طغيان الظلم.
All of history, the love of force and authority and power has been the reason behind a lot of problems and anguish.
لكن الضعيف قوي بتمسكه بحقه.
But the weak are strong as long as they hold on to their rights.
ويعني قوة الآخر عندنا أو قوة الإسرائيلي يعني هذه الأسلحة لن تعطي له الحق في وجوده.
But the force or the power of the other, of the Israeli, will not give them the right for their existence here.
هناك دول كثيرة كانت قوية ثم ذهبت وزالت.
There have been many nations who were strong, but then they have gone.
So I'm not sure if I understand. He agrees or disagrees. That's
فانت مع هاي المقوله ولا مش معها؟ من اخذ بالقوه لا يسترد الا بالقوه.
لا المقولة لا في
مش
القوة
معها.
ضرورة، لكن
معها
إذا
ولا مش
استطعنا أن نحقق، ما احنا حاولنا لنا أكثر من ربع قرن ونحن نفاوض
Force
ونحن
is
نطالب.
important, but we have been trying not to use it because we have been doing this for over a quarter of a century, negotiating and talking and demanding and asking.
وثبت في التاريخ أن اليهود على مدار تاريخهم لا يأتون إلا بالقوة.
It has been proven that the Jews will not adhere unless it's with force.
يعني هم لم يخرجوا من لبنان إلا بالقوة.
They did not leave Lebanon or they did not exit Lebanon had it not been for force.
نتمنى أن لا تكون هناك حروب وأن لا تكون هناك وأن يعطونا حقوقنا دون
That
قوة.
they give us our rights. I would like to add something to this.
هذا الشعار ما أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد
This
بالقوة.
statement that we're asking about, what was taken by force, can only be
لم
returned
يعد
by
صالحا في هذا العصر.
does not work anymore in this age of time.
لأن الذين يملكون القوة
Because those
يهددون بتدمير العالم.
Because those who have the power are threatening to destroy the world.
سأضرب مثالا.
I will give you an example.
زعيم كوريا الشمالية قال لدي زر نووي على مكتبي.
The president of Northern Korea.
كوريا الشمالية.
North Korea said, I have a button for the nuclear weapons on my desk.
رد عليه ترامب الرئيس الأمريكي.
President Trump said,
إن معي زر أكبر وأقوى.
I have a bigger and more powerful button.
أصبح العالم
بين
زرين حرب الأزرار.
So the world is between two buttons. It's like a war of buttons.
عن أي قوة يسأل؟
So about which force are you asking about?
قوة شعب تحت الاحتلال أم قوة نووية مدمرة؟
The strength or the power of a people under an occupation, or the force and the power of a button.
الشعب الفلسطيني حينما يقاوم هذه ليست قوة.
When the Palestinian people resist, this is not force. This is only defending a right.
نحن نقاوم بصوتنا بصدورنا العارية.
We are resisting with our steadfastness and with our bare chests.
Okay, so does that include, let's say, blowing up buses?
هل هذا الشيء كمان
Operations like that?
هل هذا الشيء كمان بيتضمن مثلا عمليات وتفجير باصات؟
نحن ضد القتل.
No, we are against killing.
Okay. So talking about non-violent resistance.
الفلسطيني المقاوم يهدف إلى تحقيق السلام.
The resisting Palestinian aims at realizing peace.
والقوة قد تكون قوة معنوية وليست قوة عسكرية.
نعم
السلام. It doesn't have to be a military power.
قوة الحق. الإيمان
the power and
بالحق.
force of believing in what's just and right.
نحن لدينا 3 مطالب.
We have 3 demands.
محبة.
Love.
الأمن.
Security.
السلام.
Peace.
If you want me to come to amazing places like this and ask people your questions, please donate to the project. It really helps me get to places like this.